live talking about our Instagram family because we've been live, we've been catching up here on Instagram. But I wanted to make sure that we were all here, and we are. Shout outs to all of our platforms watching live. Hello, Facebook. Hello, LinkedIn. Hello, YouTube. And hello, Instagram. If you're watching the replay, hello, replay family as well. Today I'm excited. We have a cool topic, and I think it's a good time to have this conversation. Tonight we're going to be talking about building a thriving community, engage, connect, and amplify your impact on a shoestring budget. I think this is such a great topic for right now, because we're in what is our third quarter of the year. In all honesty, you should be prepping for 2024 between now and the end of the year. Do not wait until December. Do not wait until January to plan for 2024. And I think that building a community is definitely a way to, you can never guarantee sales, but it's definitely a way to better ensure that you guys are going to hit your sales goals by having a community to really utilize as your springboard for clients. It's harder to sell to a cold audience than it is to a warm audience. So by building a community, you're going to get yourself closer to your goal. But before we dive into that, if you're looking at our video on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube, I put in the description. We have 2 master classes coming up. There's no PowerPoint for tonight, y'all. It's been a rough day. So definitely go to the description to get the links. We have our first master class of August. And I can't believe this is the last day in July. Like, that's crazy. This year's been going by fast. But we have 2 master classes for you in August. Sorry we did not have a master class in July. We were going to, y'all. We were going to have a master class in July, but life was lifing for everybody, including myself. And I said, we'll just double it up in August. So Nina Macarie is coming to us on August 8th. So next week. And she is amazing. Her topic is getting ready for podcast interviews, creating a podcast guesting strategy. One way to get in front of a new audience for no money, right? $0 is to appear on other people's podcasts. Now, we here at iRock have our own podcast, which is an amazing asset, brand asset as well. But I also make a point to appear on others' podcasts, usually a couple a month, because those are new people who have never heard about me or heard about my brand. And I get a chance to show that I'm an expert, have that third party approval by having that podcast host tell their audience that I'm amazing, and then to be able to give massive value and have a call to action at the end. And I do that in like 30, 45 minutes. So all of that is really great. And so Nina is really great at helping you prepare to be on podcasts and also figuring out how to get booked on podcast. She has helped so many clients do just that. And she's coming to us for free August 8th, noon Eastern Standard Time. And I know that's a middle of the day type of situation. But as you know, our master classes are not only free, they're open to the public. They are on Zoom. So in order for you to have access to the live or the replay, you must register. But if you missed that little part right there, replay, we do give you replay access for 48 hours. So, hey, if it's in the middle of your workday, you can't join us live. I totally understand. But you can have access to the replays and hear her amazing strategies. Usually they give us a freebie to these masterclass experts, but you can still register and you'll get those replays. So the link is in the description of this talk, so you can register for Nina's class. And then I've been talking about Meesha for a minute. Meesha Branch is a part of the iRock family. She actually came to us as a client first, and I realized like she is an expert in her own right. So she's going to do a talk called Unleash Your Business's Secret Weapon. And she's going to talk to us about having really good strategies to do a lot of market research. So oftentimes we as small business owners don't know exactly where to focus our dollars or to focus our energy. And she has worked with some of the biggest brands in the world to help them with market research so they can do just that. They use the numbers to push where their money and their attention goes, so they make better, more educated decisions because they're getting guided by knowledge and not by emotions or feelings or hopes. And so while as small business owners, we're like, well, we're small businesses. Well, Meesha is great because she is going to give us the skills to leverage something that she has done with big brands on our small business level. So definitely check that out. She'll be with us August 24th at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And her link is also in the description of this talk. And Meesha's awesome, y'all. Meesha is our friend now. Like I said, she's been with us for a minute. And you guys need to hear the amazing strategies that she will have to offer as well. And if you're watching on whatever platform you are on, go ahead and drop a comment. Let me know you here so that I can see who is in the house, because I'm always excited to know. And if you have any questions, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching the replay, just let me know. I'd be happy to answer. Before we dive too much into the meat of the presentation, let me just back up for a second and introduce myself in case any of you are new, because we always have new people in our community. I am Corey Fonville Foster. I am a speaker, trainer. I'm also a certified business coach, and I'm the CEO of iRock Marketable Business Solutions. We're based in Virginia, and we help small business owners just like yourselves attract and find your target audience. We help you decide and have clarity on what it is you want to offer. And then, of course, we're not going to leave you hanging there. We're going to help you consistently implement your sales and marketing strategies as well, but doing all that, keeping your budget in mind. And our goal for this year has been to impact at least 100 small business owners. And like I've been telling y'all, we are well on our way. I cannot wait to hit that goal. We have steadily every month been hitting new goals within this business, and it has been exciting. And it's also been even more exciting to see our clients hit their goals as well. I did a video, was it, I feel like, was it Friday? Maybe Friday? Yeah, I think it was Friday. And I highlighted some of our amazing iRock family and some of the events they have coming up. Not even products, events. Cheryl Poe is having a conference for her company advocating for kids. It's also based out of Virginia. Who else did I highlight? Lonnie. Oh my gosh, Lonnie had her virtual book launch this past Saturday on a book we helped her self-publish. Actually, tomorrow, y'all, and I will put out a post tomorrow just to make sure, and I will tag everybody in it. Her book is going to be officially available tomorrow. It was available for pre-orders all of July. And so definitely support Lonnie. She's doing a physical book launch in Hawaii because that's where she is from. Yes, we go across the water, y'all. So she's doing her official book launch, the physical one, in Hawaii. I think that one's coming up. Maybe it's this weekend. But sorry, girl, I don't remember precisely. Who else did I highlight? Dr. Daryl having her Cute and Curvy conference in Maryland. And that is for people who want to have great wellness and weight loss and do it in a way that actually sustains and not one of those quick, lose weight today and gain it back tomorrow type of ways. Dr. Darrow is absolutely amazing. She herself has lost over 100 pounds. So we shot her out. And then who was it? Because it was four of them: Lonnie, Cheryl, Dr. Darrow, and who was the fourth person? I'm trying to think. Oh, I think it was Kenyatta Russell, I do believe, and she has open admissions. She just opened up the Learn to Thrive Education Center in Tampa, Florida. Yes, we all over, y'all, all over. And she will be having a micro school, homeschooling days, and tutoring services. And she specializes in special education, so she has things for all children to thrive. And so she has open enrollment that just started for the fall, and I'm super proud of her as well. She also has a consulting business on top of that because, we are multi-gifted in the iRock family. But that was just four people who have some major things coming up. And I'm going to do my best to highlight more of our clients as they do things. Oh, and Letitia Lamar, also part of the iRock family. I remember I didn't have her on my original list, but she tagged herself. Go back to the Friday video, because I can't remember everybody. She also has an event coming up as well. And forgive me because I cannot remember what it was called. It's a youth. Look, I'm trying to picture it in my head. Youth. I feel like it's like a youth empowerment workshop. But definitely check her out. She tagged herself and put a flyer on the Friday video. So check out her stuff too. She is an OG of the iRock family as well. All right. So I done killed a lot of time here. We're going to go ahead. Yep. I'm almost 10 minutes in. Let's go ahead and get to the meat of our talk today. And again, if you're watching, tell me hello because I want to know who is here in the building. But let's go ahead and dive into our topic of building a thriving community. So recently I had a client ask me, well, a past client asked me, um, by building community, do we have to have a Facebook group or Instagram group or whatever, or LinkedIn group, whoever group? Do we have to have an actual group as part of our strategy? And the answer is no, not necessarily. But you do need to build a community. So a group isn't the only way to build community. I know for me, and I'm sure for you, you can think of at least one entrepreneur of any kind that you just love to watch and support. And you can't always support everything they do. And maybe you don't even need what they actually are offering, but you just like them so much that you want to watch their content. I know for me, I don't know if you guys have heard of Kevin on Stage. He started off as a Christian comedian. I'm gonna do this in quotes because it depends on what kind of Christian you are, but Christian or clean comedian. And he has so many things that people can purchase and donate to. He has his own app. He has a Patreon for YouTube. He sells merch. He goes on tour. And while I like him, I could not pay for not one more subscription to like purchase an app. So I was like, okay, I can't do that. I wasn't gonna just buy merch to buy merch, but when he came into my when he came to my area, I got a ticket. I've seen him twice live, and when I went to see him live, I bought a shirt. And I make sure that I watch his videos, I listen to the commercials, I like his stuff. You know, I share things that he posts, and I'm a part of his community, and I love that. It's not that I necessarily am like he has courses that he has put out and all kind of things. No, I don't buy his high ticket stuff because I'm probably not the person he's actually advertising it to, but I like him so much and I want him to succeed. Thus, I am doing what I can to share things about him and get him more exposure. There are people like that in your life as well. They may be friends, they may be family, they may just be people who came across your content and love what you're putting out. I'm telling you, just thinking about this, I have several people that are popping into my head that I probably will never purchase from because maybe I pass the area in which they're marketing, or maybe I do something adjacent or whatever. But I like them, and so I'm gonna watch their content. I'm gonna like it. I'm gonna subscribe, and that's another way to show support. So in order for you to have these people that can support you, whether they're gonna purchase or not, you need to build some type of community. That could just be you showing up consistently on Instagram. That could be having a Patreon on YouTube. That could be having a Facebook group. Heck, that could be having a local book club. But you need to have a place in which people who want to support you and want to connect with you can. I do encourage, especially if you want to help out the consistency in which you are able to convert clients without having to invest in marketing dollars, I do encourage you to have a Facebook group. I think it's one of the easiest ways to cultivate a community, right? Like we have our private Facebook group, and I know that before we had it, it was like every month starting from scratch, trying to hope we get a referral or hope emails got to people, and it was a like maybe not type of thing for us. Once we really started focusing on this group, we were able to really warm leads and be consistent there in a way that allowed us to connect on just a deeper level with our clientele. That really did help our conversion rate, because not only were we converting, but we were converting quicker and at a higher level of investment. And so just keep that in mind, whether you do more of organic, I'm here, I hope you watch it type of community, or you do a I'm going to build this community type of strategy. Just know that both can work, but if you truly want to not ensure, because you can never ensure your success, but increase the probabilities of you being able to convert warm leads, I would suggest whatever platform you want to build a community there. So what does that look like? How do you build a community? Well, when I was thinking about this presentation, it came to mind. I was working with one of my kiddos. Actually, both of my kiddos have their own YouTube channels. Check them out. Like I would give you their names, but I can't remember what they are. And my son said, "Mommy, I'm changing my YouTube name." So I'll let y'all know when I know. But when our older kiddo was deciding on her YouTube, she initially wanted to have it because she was selling jewelry. She wanted to sell jewelry. She was just starting out, and so we were like, "Cool, go ahead." Start your YouTube channel, post your jewelry, maybe and I gave ideas. Oh, making the jewelry, designing the jewelry, wearing jewelry, whatever. I went and looked at this child's YouTube channel, and there was flipping because she was in gymnastics. There was like dances and skits and just funny things. And she was growing a good, following. She's like, oh, I got 100 followers. I got 200. I got all these things. I was like, cool, cool. But what are they going to, like, are they really going to buy your jewelry if they're coming to see other things? Now, she's a kid, but this probably, look, I gotta look at the camera, look at the camera. This probably rings true for some of you that you guys are posting things, right, in your platforms of choice, but it doesn't necessarily connect to your brand. Because I ain't gonna call no names, but somebody been traveling a whole bunch. It looked fun, but all I've been seeing is family stuff. And I know you got an event coming up, and I ain't been seeing you post about your event. I just been seeing you out and about living your best life. Well, I enjoy seeing you out and about living your best life. What about these events? What about the content that's going to keep me engaged in your community and keep me engaged in what it is you have to offer? So I don't want you guys to go back these next steps. I don't want you to go back to your business plan and like rip it to pieces and start over. But I do want you to keep a few things in mind as you build your thriving community. The first thing is, are the things you're posting in line with your mission and values? If you go and hunt through my old personal Facebook page, you will find I used to post about all kind of stuff, y'all. I got many feelings about many things. But as I got really serious and realized that while, yes, I have a thriving group, I also have thousands more, I'm just going to be honest, thousands of more people who follow me on my personal page who are business owners, because I don't really just hang on Facebook to be on Facebook. But I have thousands of people who follow me on Facebook, who are business owners who are not in my group, but could still be potential clients, could still be collabs and different things, who follow me there. And I was posting, y'all. I was posting any of my feelings. If I saw a TikTok that made me chuckle, I was posting it. And so I had to kind of take a step back and not censor myself, but say, okay, is this in line with my mission and vision? If people see it, is it going to deter them from working with me? And so now I'm just more cognizant. I'm still going to post some stuff when I feel like it, but I'm a lot more cognizant. So go back to your mission and vision. It should be in your business plan. And if I'm saying the word business plan and you do not have one, you need to go ahead and get one. And shout outs to you guys who came to our masterclass on building your business plan with Susie. She is in our group. So if you're in a private community and you do not have a business plan, go ahead and hit her up. But that should be your guide. When you look at your business plan, are you posting things aligned with that mission and vision? Are you posting things that would connect to and attract your target audience? We talked about that time and time again of building that client avatar, that client persona, and understanding what their interests are, their challenges, their desires, where they shop, what do they look like, because that is going to matter too with connecting and really building that community. Our community, for instance, in our private Facebook group, men, women, different ages, different types of businesses, but we make it really clear, and everything we market is pretty much to women coaches and consultants, right? And so you need to think about that. Yes, other people may be able to join, or heck, maybe you aren't. Maybe I have a client who just works with African American, basically leaders in business. There are no men in that group, and that's okay. I'm under the thought from my group. We've worked with men before, and if they're the right fit, they can work with us. But we don't spend marketing dollars marketing to men, because my client is women who are clients and I'm sorry, not clients, but coaches and consultants. And within your community, are you fostering open communication? Right? Are you allowing there to be two-way communication? Like I always tell you guys, like hit me up, talk to me. A lot of you DM me or email me. Well, that's what I'm always like, dang, y'all making me look, I talk to myself. But yeah, I do always say like reach out, and plenty of you do. I've had so many conversations with people within our community, and I really, really cherish those. You can actually go back to the guide section and see we used to, and we need to bring that back. Have hot seat coaching where people could win a free talk with me, and we've had some great connections through that. And I'm able to see the progress that you bring just from those kind of conversations. So find a way, if you're building your community, to do the same thing where you can have open communication and not just like one way through the screen. You want to establish a sense of belonging, but also provide a safe environment. I'm going to be honest with you guys. When it comes to my private community, I hit decline many, many times. I go and I check everybody who joins the community. I check that they answer our community questions and say that they're going to, adhere to the rules. That's the first way to get in the group. But people who don't, I go to their pages. I check it out and say, okay, what have they been posting? You know what I mean? What type of business do they have? If they look like they're going to spam my group, they get declined. And I'm not afraid to say no to somebody. You know what I mean? Like, no, because I'm going to protect my community. And then on top of that, if I see people within the group breaking the rules or seeming negative or doing anything that I don't think is cultivating a safe place, they get blocked, they get kicked out. You need to be really protective about the community that you're building and make sure that everyone feels safe and heard within that community, and they have a way to tell you if they don't feel safe or heard. So like I say it again, I haven't said in a while, but if somebody is spamming you in our community, let me know, because they will be gone, just plain and simple. um you want to make sure that you're hosting events. I always talk about giving value, and you want to definitely keep that at the forefront of your mind when building a community. But host your own groups, facilitate opportunities for your community to get engaged with you and each other. That's why we have things like our Monday Night Lives. That's why we have things like our every third Friday networking party. We also have like our master classes. If you come to any of our Zoom things, it's harder to do when we do it like this because I'm talking at you for the most part. um, you know, Given a few opportunities where people comment and I can see them in time to respond. But when you come to one of our Zoom events, we chit chat. We get to know each other. It is not a one-way conversation. Even when our experts come, they present. They usually ask lots of questions throughout the presentation, and at the end, we always, no matter what, allow time for Q&A for people to ask their question, to share their screen, for us to connect in whatever way we can. That's my goal. It's not to talk at you, it's to really hear you. Because part about being a business owner is to listen and to actually give you a chance to be heard and helped in any way that we can. So as you build out your community, make sure you are setting aside those times to have those interactions, not just a client to you, like on a consultation call, but even being able to connect with each other. Some other things to think about: be authentic and try to be transparent. I know it's hard sometimes because we want to show up as our best selves. I get it for sure. I want to show up as my best self most of the time as well. But people want to see the true you. That's why I like when some of my clients are like doing their videos, they're in their car with their seatbelt over them. It's like, yeah, these people are out and about, in their hotel room. They're booked and busy. Be okay with showing who you are. Now I get we want to put our best foot forward. So of course, you know, maybe not you fresh out the shower with your bathrobe on. Like, okay, got it. Or you with the crust in your eyes first thing in the morning. But tell people the truth behind who you are. Right? It's a lot easier, I feel, to try to be all polished all the time, but people can see through that. Who wants to work with somebody who always looks like they have it together? I don't always have it together. And none of the clients I have always have it together. I love that a lot of times we can connect. We'll get on the call and be like, girl, today has been a day. And they're like, yes, today has been a day. And so we have that understanding, and they feel more relaxed to tell me the challenges they're having, and I'm able to actually help them versus, oh, everything is perfect. I've made this amount of money today, and yeah. And then they're like, oh, well, today was this kind of day. And they're not, they feel bad, or they don't want to share as much. So just be yourself, be you, share behind the scenes of your successes and your failures so that your audience can get to know you. Because we talk time and time again about that know, that like, and that trust. Don't be afraid to collaborate. As you see, like I said, Meesha used to be a client and now she's one of our experts. I am not afraid to let others shine. I always tell people there's room for all of us. I am not somebody who's like, it has to be for me. And if you came, they would go to you. Nah, if you go to that person, then it was meant that you were going to go with that person. If you're for me, you will be for me. Have that same frame of mind. Yes, I know it's competitive out here in the world that we are in. You want to get clients, but I promise you, if you stop thinking everybody is your competition, you will get a lot further. You won't worry about them folks. I'm glad other people are doing well. I'm doing well as well. All right. And then, not last, but as far as building this community, I want to make sure that as you're using whatever strategy you want to build your community, that you just go back and measure and look at things, look at your analytics. We've started different projects and tried them out, and if they aren't successful or people really aren't engaged, we just get rid of it and we give it a good try, for a specific amount of time. But if we see it's not working, or it's not worth the energy, or it's not worth the investment, then we just don't do it anymore. And I think you guys have to be willing to try sometimes. I think people are afraid to try. They're like, oh, but what if this fails? What if it fails? Do something else. Do something else. But you won't know if it's going to fail until you actually try. So definitely try to do some of these things that we talked about today and see what works. See what your community connects with, and see what they don't. Try things at different times. Try a webinar, try a master class, try a series, try a challenge, and see what your audience really wants, and then do more of that. All right, so cultivating meaningful connections with your audience. We talked already a little bit about listening. It's just important to be a good listener as a business owner, period. Your audience will tell you so much. When you go around thinking you know everything, you're going to be upset because you're going to assume things that are not necessarily true about your target audience, and then end up wasting your money and wasting your time. So just listen. If they're saying, hey, I wish the community had this, or I wish you had a product that had that, then look at what you're doing. I'm not saying everybody's voice is going to be correct, because you can't please everyone, and you're always going to get that prospective client or that client who just isn't going to be happy. But if you see a trend and people are telling you the same thing, then take heed to that and make adjustments whenever possible. Personalize your interactions. Don't try to be the same to everyone. Be true. Be honest to you. There are some clients who I'm a lot tougher with than others, because they're different places in their business. They've done different things, and they have different personalities as well. It's funny because I have some clients who are like, "Oh, she is really strict," and then some clients. One of my clients was like, "Oh, she is just like a Southern belle. She is just so nice," and I'm like, "Really? Am I the same person?" It's because they're from different places in the country, so their ratings of what is assertive and how, what's strong and not is different. But also, one is a multi six figure client, and one is a new person, kind of coming in. Well, not new, but not super established yet, making consistent six figures. So it just depends. It depends. And so make sure you are willing to personalize your touch with your clients as best you can within the framework of who you are as a person. Show appreciation and gratitude within your community. I am so thankful when clients say anything nice to me. I try to make sure that I say thank you. A lot of times you don't even see it, but I send DMs. I highlight them. I try to do whatever I can if they're showing me appreciation. Because without your clients, you don't have a business. Right? Without your clients, you have nothing. So it's important just to be grateful and show appreciation whenever possible to the things that they help you do within your business. Empathize whenever possible within your community, and as you work with your clients, guys. I always try to tell my personal stories, so people understand if I have a rough day. I try to share those kinds of things because I do want to show people that I can empathize. Every day isn't great. Some people will be like, well, you got a team. And I'm like, yeah, but that's why I still do a lot of things by myself, because I want you guys to see, like, I'm in the trenches with you. I'm still doing a lot of things that you're doing. And so there's no excuse, because we are doing the same stuff. Like, I see you, I feel your pain, but we can get this done. So just find those moments to empathize and sympathize with the struggles and the challenges that your community, the people in your community are facing. Be cool. Offer some extra benefits and incentives for referrals or affiliates, or promotions that are just to your community. I like to get to post things to the community that only the community can get, or they get first dibs at. So give them that. Like, nobody else got hot seat coaching except the private community. They were the only people that qualified for it. No matter which platform people watched on, only the people in the private community got it. And that's because that was an incentive for them for showing up and being a part of that community. So find ways within what you do to offer exclusive benefits as well. All right, let's see what else. I'm looking at my notes, make sure I get them all. Just lastly, be supportive. Make sure that, I think if as you get bigger in your company, sometimes you get a little bit more removed. Well, I shouldn't say a little bit. You can get pretty far removed from your clientele, especially in like the admin section of business. Like you'll show up for your coaching and your consulting, but the rest of the stuff, sometimes you get removed from that and you're not able to really connect the way you used to connect. And I think that's a fear of a lot of people as we start to scale is like, oh, but I don't know, what's going on with them. Am I able to support them? Just try your best to make sure that there are touch points where you can be supportive, where you can customize, where you can be human, because it's important. People are people, and without those people, again, our businesses would not be here. So just make sure that you are still able to have that human connection as you grow and scale in your business. So, lastly, we're going to talk about leveraging that community to amplify your impact and increase loyalty and sales. Make sure within your community that you're posting testimonials, case studies, success stories, even of yourself. Like if you're doing a great job, something, you hit a milestone, share that. If you helped a client hit a milestone, share that. Highlight your clients so people know that you're actually doing stuff. Because, everybody can say they're this amazing person, but if we have no clients backing that up, people are like, but are you though? So just make sure that you are sharing that whenever possible. Collaborate with individuals within your community. Like I said, shout out to Meesha. I try to when I can. Some of my clients don't do things that benefit my target audience, so sometimes it's hard. But whenever possible, I do try to collaborate with people within the community. And actually, within our private community, a lot of our experts are still there. They didn't leave. So if you miss somebody's talk, a lot of times just tell them, hey, I'm part of Corey's community. Can I talk to you? And a lot of times they'll still give you free calls. So just throwing that out there. We talked about offering incentives and rewards for people within the community. Um, Allow the community to give you feedback on products and services. These people, again, they care. They've been with you. They trust you. They want you to succeed. I can't even talk to they succeed. So just make sure that these are the people you ask first. Maybe have them be beta testers or what have you, because they're going to give you some pretty honest feedback. Sometimes if people don't know you, they don't care enough to give you feedback. They just disappear. So these are the people that you should be reaching out to first to get that kind of information. Let's see what else. Encourage word of mouth. These are going to be great referrals for you. When we first started our business, we were 90% reliant on referrals. It was good. It was a good time. It was a good time before it got real complicated. But yeah, make sure you are encouraging people to use word of mouth referrals so that you can get more clientele. And you would think like if they like me, they'll talk about me, but that's not really the case. People are more likely to say negative things if they have negative experiences than they are to say positive things if they have a positive experience. Why? Because they're happy and they move on. They're like, yay, they did this for me. I'm happy. Moving on to the next. If you make them upset, then they're gonna be like, girl, let me tell you about this mess that just happened, this waste of money, this waste of time, what have you. So if you just want people to talk about you in a positive way, just say, hey, would you mind, referring two more people to me? Would you mind? They're like, girl, sure, definitely. Just let them know. All right. And then encourage within the community for your community members to connect with one another, collaborate, network, do joint ventures, or what have you. Ooh, excuse me. These are all ways that not only are you building an amazing community to support you, but that they all benefit from it too. Because building a community should not ever just be about you, right? I know that yes, it's your community and you're trying to make sales and you're trying to do this and this part of your marketing strategy, but these are people. It should also be about them. It should be a way to highlight them. It should be a way to give them opportunities. It should be a way for them to move to the next step in their journey. And I hope that makes sense. All right, so those are our tips for today. I hope this conversation, if you don't have a community, I hope it encourages you to have one, because it definitely is a worthwhile thing. Yes, it takes time to cultivate the community. Yes, it takes energy and some forethought, but it definitely is worth it. If you have questions about building your own community or things you can do to grow your community, book a free call with us. Like we have free calls year round. You can always DM me or what have you and book a free call so that you can connect and we can help you really build this community especially because 2024 is around the corner. I know it seems like it's not, but it is. And you want to have a community that is thriving, that is a great place to warm leads, that has your back, that you can utilize to grow your business. And don't forget, if you're interested in joining us for one of our master classes, whether it's Nina Macarie that's helping us book podcast gigs, or Meesha Branch, who is going to be helping us understand the power of market research. We definitely would love you there. Totally free. All the things I mentioned tonight have been completely free. You just have to register or book a call. Okay. So with that being said, guys, and I was supposed to check LinkedIn. I'm sorry. Somebody told me LinkedIn that said our session had been canceled. Oh no, I see us. We still here. Yeah, we still here on LinkedIn. Okay, so I don't know why I did it last week, but I was trying to problem solve it while we were up here, and it looks like we're still here on LinkedIn. So shout out to LinkedIn. But yeah, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna hop off. But we will be back here Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And also, if you are on LinkedIn or a private community, I am going to do my best, y'all, by the end of tomorrow. By the end of tomorrow. So go ahead and post all of our August links. So you'll have links for the networking party, the master classes, and our Monday Night Lives. I'm gonna get them done. All right. And if you're not in one of those groups and you're like, but I want the links, join our email list or join our private community. It's completely free. It's on Facebook. Join us there. They get the most. They get the behind the scenes. They get the all the fun things. Join our community because they are always in the know of what's going on. Also, we update the website every month. iRockMarketableBusinessSolutions.com. Go to our promotions tab and you can see our upcoming events as well. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful day. And remember, I rock, you rock, we all rock. And I will talk to you guys soon.